We are the only entity in the country today that is actually doing something to fix economic inequality, that is actually implementing a solution. Many entities and experts are talking about economic inequality, but talking alone won't fix this problem. That's like talking about the house burning down while watch it doing so. It's time to turn to action. So what we're doing here and now is groundbreaking. Nothing like this has ever been done before. But tough, big problems do require brutally pragmatic thinking and radically innovative, genuinely creative solutions. In a nutshell, what we're creating is a kind of business roundtable, but for Main Street. And what is the Business Roundtable, by the way? It's an immensely powerful organization that represents the interests of corporations. So it's time to create something similar for Main Street, to economically empower Main Street, and to make sure that your best interests get looked after. This will be right at the heart of Wall Street, which itself sits at the very heart of the economy. In a way, Wall Street is like the control panel of the economy, and woven into the very heart of the Wall Street machine, the institutional investor base. The goal is to economically empower you, Main Street, to make the economy work for you, not just for those privileged few at the top. Our vision is to create a seat of public service right at the heart of Wall Street, serving Main Street, Americans across the country. And this platform should ultimately be owned by Main Street. In terms of Main Street's economic power, here are two crucial points for you to remember. Firstly, Warren Buffett and Jack Bogle, who's also an investing legend and the founder of one of the biggest investment organizations in the world, have both said that Wall Street's institutional investors are the most potent force in corporate America, and that the top institutional investors can literally change the world if they want to. So if you want to change anything, that's where you've got to change it. Secondly, remember that Wall Street's institutional investors are using your dollars. Over 55% of American households own shares directly or indirectly in America's public companies. So it's your money that Wall Street's investment managers are investing. So you need a voice to exert your economic power and exert control over your own dollars. Now, you don't currently have this, and that's what we're building. This hasn't existed before. As Harvard professor Yochai Benkler said, power is everywhere, in markets as in states. Only building counterpower will lead to a more egalitarian distribution of wealth and income. I've actually already spent the last few years building the first half of this business roundtable for Main Street without any financial support, without getting paid, and putting everything I have into this, by the way. And that half is now ready and in place, and you can see a short video on our website explaining more about that. And now we need to build the second half, which is the social activist media platform, the space where you, Main Street, can get involved, have a voice, and be involved in a dialogue with Wall Street. And by the way, if you want to know why hasn't this been done before, why no one else has done this, please go to see the short video on our website about that. So how can you help us fix economic inequality? There are two ways. Firstly, we need to raise funds for this platform. Our initial target is 15,000, although we'd love to raise more if we can, because then we can do so much more. Secondly, if you choose not to contribute to our funding, we still need you to participate in our work by becoming a part of our community and taking part in our weekly social media campaigns. So please sign up. Or if you have tech skills to contribute, we can definitely use your help. Each week, we're going to run a social media campaign focusing on a particular issue and asking you to tweet, share, like, comment on this content, and to use the tools of social media to make a collective impact. Wall Street investment managers use something called active engagement, targeting particular companies and their boards and executive teams, focusing on a particular issue and requesting a particular outcome. We'll be using a similar framework, although a more collaborative, more constructive version of it, for you, Main Street, to actively engage with Wall Street's investment managers, who are using your money after all. It's a way to let your voice be heard where it needs to be heard. We'd also like to create a podcast series around this activism, featuring individual campaigners, you, in each podcast, and a dialogue with the Wall Street investment manager or a corporate executive, etc. In terms of the funds, with that first 15,000, we'll use those funds to build this social activist media platform and create a series of podcasts with some of the leading names in the world who really care about this issue and want to see real, meaningful change. We've already got some of the biggest names in the world of investing and economics participating. People like Larry Summers, Jack Bogle, Bob Monks. Why? Because they recognize how unique what we're doing is and how necessary it is for the public's economic well-being. To anyone who makes a contribution, we'll share a full expenses schedule with you so that you can see exactly what your dollars have been spent on. We'd love to raise much, much more than this initial 15,000 because if we do, for example, there's a company we can hire that can help us build and grow our platform, this community, to achieve national awareness, to really reach a nationwide audience and create some really cool activist tools. The bigger we are, the more clout this platform has, the more your voice is heard and has collective impact. If you'd like to find out about the rewards and lots of other questions about what we've talked about, such as why exactly this will work, how exactly we will implement our mission, what exactly we've built so far, you can find a lot more content and short videos about our mission and this crowdfunding on our website. So, to finish, please remember we don't have to live with economic inequality. We can change the status quo, that there is a far better version of capitalism that can include and benefit all working Americans and American families, that it's down to us. The power to make this change is in your hands and in my hands. So let's go on this journey together. It will be worth it.